Brian Owinski, thank you for joining me. And we're going to review an album that I had not heard of these people, but obviously you had Lake Street Dive.
hmm Yes.
Tell me about them. What do you know about them? And what do you know about this album?
Well, I've seen them live before at the Chicago Theater.
Okay.
They've got the very, jazzy blues, almost like old, like bombshell, like Jessica Rabbit type. Not quite,
Yeah.
but it's the kind of that idea. A female lead singer with a very, very strong voice.
Yeah.
Background jazz players. Yeah, they're really good. I mean, like I said, I've seen them, so it was not unfamiliar to me.
Why did
Yeah, so I think with this group, they've been around a while now. They're like in their late 30s, early 40s. So they've been going at it for about 15 or 20 years. They even have a song. Their opening song is Hypotheticals on there. They actually had two versions. They
Yeah.
had the longer or the regular version was the first song.
Hmm.
It was a little slow, and I thought about it and I equated that to being that's going to be the one that they're going to do at a live show,
Yeah.
because there's kind of a little build up for about 30 seconds and then it starts going into it. But the edited version went right into it, and I actually enjoyed that better.
Yeah.
But I could see the regular or the first version would be better for a live show. But like I said, the second half of the album was way better. I kind of equated it to a lot of their older stuff. I think it's more their songs match. It's more of a transition point in the person's life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of mistakes with relationships and various other things in their earlier stuff. And those songs are a little bit more, I don't know, they're a little bit sexier, I guess,
Yeah.
than these ones. These were a little more tame
Grown
to a
up.
certain degree.
Yeah. Grown up.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little more grown up.
Did you skip any of these songs? You said you listened to it three times. The third time around,
No,
did you like?
okay. I listened to it fully the first time on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was working out and I was a little distracted, and I heard, and it wasn't grabbing me a lot of the songs right
Yeah.
away. And then honestly, you had this thing. You said, "Hey, we're going to do this thing." I said, "Oh man, I better listen to it again."
Yeah.
So I listened to it. I really listened to it another time, and then I listened to it a second time today.
Yeah.
And then I was just re-listening to songs that I liked just to verify, okay, these are the ones I
Yeah.
like, and the other songs like, okay, pass.
Yeah.
It had about four songs that I liked on there, which is actually pretty good when you
Yeah.
think about it for a 10 or 11 song album, because it's hard to have every song. I mean, back in the day when we had to buy stuff, we bought CDs, and you listened to the whole,
Yeah.
well,
You
even
did.
records and then CDs. And you listened to every song on the
Yeah.
record.
Okay. So your favorite songs? Do you have any? Do
On
you
this
remember them?
particular album, I did like the first one that I hit on there was feels like the last time.
Yeah. I like
Okay, I
that
like
one.
that one. Uh, know that I know, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Um, I like that one. I like Hypotheticals, the edit
Yeah.
version, and then when I listened to the first version, it was good, and that was the
Yeah.
first song on the album. And I think it's important for if you want an album to hit, your first song's got to grab you. If
Yeah.
it's kind of and that's why it is took a while.
I think, like you said, I think she's got a good voice. I think
hmm
to me, I don't know if I will listen to them regularly. There might be a few songs like as I listen to this on Spotify, I'll say, "Oh, I like that song," and I put it in my liked whatever. There's a few of
hmm
them I did like hypotheticals. I did like feels like the last time. Hush Money was the one I kept skipping. It's the second one, and I
hmm
looked. It was written by another guy, like a guy, and most he was the only one that wrote
Yeah,
it.
that was the third song. I
Yeah,
didn't like when the guy sang, so
yeah.
because she's got such a good voice, it's like,
I don't know.
I
He
don't, I
didn't
don't want to
sing.
hear.
He didn't sing this when she did. But he wrote. This other guy wrote the second one.
Okay,
You can tell it was like which of these things is not like the other. Kind of.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say if you really want like Lake Street Dive, listen to some of their stuff that's before this,
Okay.
like 2014, 2016, things like
Yeah.
that. Those songs are the ones that made them popular
Got
and
it.
like, and put them on the map.
Perfect. So, what is your what do you want young people to listen to next week? What is some album that you just think is amazing, old or new, that you want to introduce to young people?
Oh, well, I think I sent something to you. There's a band out of Canada, the Tragically Hip. There's an album called Fully Completely. But this album was incredible. It came out in 1993. I still listen to it now. It's just got great guitar work. It's just a really smooth album. It's very neat. It's interesting because they are Canadian, so a lot of their stuff is about Canadian things, which we may not be familiar with. Being
Tragically Hip, Fully Completely is the album.
Fully Completely. Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
we'll do it. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Thanks, Jim.
Talk to you later.